Hi, I have a funny little analogy about life, that life is like the business cycle. By the end of this reflection, I'm sure you understand what I mean by this. My name is James Kerr. I'm a student studying a Bachelor of Commerce, majoring in economics and finance, and this is my last semester. This is a reflection video about my time at university, my time studying enhancing business minds, as well as a reflection upon myself and myself going forward in the next 5 years. To start off, we're going to talk about the employability tool. So the employability tool is a bunch of questions that are used to then determine how employable we are. And it's also a great tool that I found to use for reflection about me going into the workspace, because I still don't really know what I want to do, but I have now researched a lot more and I'm a lot more confident in the areas that I want to partake in. And I actually got this from a pretty tough reflection from the employability tool. So here's my first employability that we did in week 1, and then here's the one we did in week 12. And what you can sort of see is my occupational literacy changed very much. So the tool told me that I needed to figure out what I wanted to do or what areas of my career that I want to go into. Um, and not only that, but the other points, it looks like I became a lot more like confident in it. So I feel over my time in enhancing business minds, I was able to sort of back myself and stay more true to what I think in. And I think that's what the unit kind of showed, but I'll get more into that in my reflection on enhancing business minds. But for the employability tool, it really showed a harsh reality for me that I am not, that at the start of the semester, I wasn't prepared for going into this sort of uh, business or career world. But now I've taken my time. I'm definitely more sure of where I want to go. It's into like banking, investment banking, financial advising, which I think is really good because I'm feeling a lot more confident, which I think shows in this second one, where the level I'm at for my career and being employable. I'll be discussing the unit that I have just completed and my final assignment for enhancing business minds. This was a phenomenal and very enjoyable unit that I loved. I went to every single tutorial. Thank you, Doug, for making it a fantastic and interactive experience. I learned so much in such a short space of time. And for myself, in short, it allowed me to sort of realize that I do have the skills needed, or the interpersonal skills needed to go into the workforce, and being confident in myself in aspects of leadership, public speaking, able to deal with difficult situations, and also realizing that there's a lot of different situations that are hard to tackle and there's no straight black or white answer. Some of the highlights from Enhancing Business Minds was the Lego. Having to build something that signifies what you are was extremely like hard because I'm a whole person, how I'm meant to do it in one. But for myself, I kind of came to this idea that life is like the business cycle. So I built the business cycle. So my Lego will be here. This was the first week, and my sort of thought process behind it is uh, the lows make the highs and the highs make the lows, but there's a general uptrend if you stay true to yourself. So the market follows the basic rules of supply and demand, so it always stays true to that. And I feel like for my life, there's always going to be highs and lows, but if I stay true to myself, I'll keep going forward and progressing as a human being. And then the second one, I made a little Lego world, which I'll put here, which was sort of just signifying my ambition now going forward, that I feel like I am now confident in my ability to go forward and uh, get a job in finance. But I also want to then also tackle my goals. I think this unit showed me that I want to go and explore the world. And so I guess what I ended up doing, what signifies me is what I think life is about, and also my ambitions of traveling the world. So next I'll be talking about my time at university. Um, I really enjoy university life. There's so much free time. I can do so many different things in a week. Um, and one thing I think university really taught me is the balance of life between work, um, socializing, exercising, uh, university, and all that sort of stuff. My first 2 years, I was very poor at that. Spent a lot of time doing university work and working. I was working 40-hour weeks, doing 15 hours of university, barely socializing. Um, but start of this year, I started to realize that the importance of the balance in life, and it put me on a track, and I had a phenomenal and super enjoyable year. I joined a gym. I started my own soccer team. Um, I'm working 2 jobs still, but I've balanced it so that I'm not working that much. I'm only doing about 20, 25 hours a week, which is totally manageable, as well as I did a unit in the winter for university, which was awesome. And now I only have to do 3 units this semester, which was a lot easier than doing 4. Um, if I could go back and speak to myself when I started university, um, I would have told myself not to do a finance major. It's finishing it. It's not something that I'm super interested in. But I think I would have gone down the path of psychology. I have a lot more interest in those sort of things, how the human brain works, um, how different chemicals like dopamine, as well as just like mental illnesses and stuff. I have a very strong interest in that, which I now read books about. Now, um, but if I could go back and do that, I think I would. But I am pretty content with the degree that I did choose. I really enjoy economics. It's awesome. I'd love to do honors in it, but we will see whether or not um, that takes part. In short, university was a phenomenal time, and I really enjoyed it, and it's taught me a lot about myself. Hello, me in 5 years. I hope you're doing well. Um, I really hope you look back on these days at university, so the glory days, time of minimal responsibilities, the time of partying, but also to look at what we sort of learnt and developed from being that high school teenager to now essentially a young man. Um, I think we've learned a lot. We've learned about so many things, and we have our own sort of philosophy of life that's based around economics, which is sort of a weird analogy, but um, I really do hope that you're staying true to yourself, and that you're continuing to sort of focus on your core set of values, and that you are moving forward and becoming the best sort of person that you become. I hope that your career is going well. I hope traveling went well. I hope you learned heaps. I just sort of want to leave myself with a quote that I think I should sort of definitely take on, and I definitely will reflect on it in 5 years. So, the final message to myself is to stay true to yourself. Life has its ups and downs, but as long as you stay true to who you truly are, you can accomplish anything. The end of our sort of reflection video. I really hope you learned a lot about myself, where my career is going, my time at university, going forward the next 5 years, as well as the Enhancing Business Mind unit. I'd just like to really thank Doug, um, phenomenal tutor. I had a phenomenal time in Enhancing Business Minds. And for myself, um, life is life, the business cycle.